I'm back. Rodrance for Black and White Network. Well, we're going to talk about Jussie Smollett, the original Bubba Wallace. That's right. Put on a fake hate crime, which, of course, got very, very public. This guy set actual, real hate crimes back like 900 years. Like, he is literally, when you talk about the boy that cried wolf, he's the entire story. Okay? And you can tell he certainly feels privileged as an actor. He loves to pull out the race card and that added LGBTQ elemental P card when things don't go his way. Now, his acting / black privilege, alphabet privilege, whatever privilege, helped him get out of jail. Get out of jail for free, basically, essentially. He had a meltdown in jail, and the judge let him out. How does that happen? When does that happen? Tell me one time where that is valid because somebody couldn't handle being in jail. Well, that's sort of the part of being in jail, right? Is you probably sitting there stewing in the fact that you're, in fact, in jail. Okay, well, he has come out and he's made some comments, and he can't believe people are upset with him. That people believed he just made it up. Well, everybody knew you sort of made it up. All of that came out. This guy is in... Look, I don't believe for a second this guy's in denial. He knows exactly what he did. He knows it was premeditated. And he got in trouble for it. Plain and simple. And so let's get to this. He came out, made these comments on a podcast... And he just doesn't understand why anybody is upset with him. Jussie Smollett, this is the Daily Wire. Jussie Smollett, on a podcast released on his 40th birthday, still protested that he was not responsible for the infamous hoax in which he claimed he was the victim of a racist anti-gay attack, insisting, quote, "If I'd have done this, I'd have been a piece of shit." Well, you know, that's on you, bud. Speaking on Sway Sirius XM podcast, Smollett, who was found guilty of felony disorderly conduct for the incident, but later only spent 6 days in jail pending appeal of his original 150-day sentence, declared there was no doubt he had not created the hoax. All right. Quote, "And I don't think that's not really questionable." Yeah, it sort of is. I wanted to say if I had done something like this, it would have mean I stuck my fist in pain of black Americans in this country for over 400 years. Well, that's exactly what you did. Like I said, you set hate crimes back 400 years, 900 years, 12,000 years. It's ridiculous. It would mean I stuck my fist in the fears of the LGBTQ community all over the world. And I'm not that mother effer. Never have been, don't need to be, he exerted. We all know better. Wow. Smollett told police on January 29, 2019 that he was attacked by two men in Chicago at 2 a.m. who claimed he made racist and homophobic slurs, wrapped a rope around his neck, poured an unknown substance on him, and yelled that this is MAGA country. By the way, Dave Chappelle even wrote a bit in his stand-up Sticks and Stones about the fact that everybody knew this shit was a lie. For whatever reason, I genuinely thought that people were going to be like, there's no way he did some BS like that. Smollett continued on the podcast, "Y'all know me, and I'm thinking people's history should mean something." Dude, you did it. I mean, for crying out loud. Smollett then attempted to deflect by saying some claims against him were not true, but claims that he perpetrated the hoax were true, were not true. And it's interesting when someone lies on you over and over, and you know, what is the lie? Then you're forced to acknowledge the truths around the matter as well. And that's really painful as well, because it's easy to just be like, that's BS. That's a bullshit lie. I didn't do no effing hoax. F that. But then at the same time, then they bring out the drug stuff, and you're like, whoa, I did do that. And you're sitting there, and you're like, but this doesn't have anything to do with what y'all are saying I did do, and I didn't do. All right. Well, look, Jussie, the fact is, stuff like that comes out because it shows your character and the lack of it, okay? So it sets precedent, and it does matter, okay? It shows what kind of person you are to begin with. And yeah, that stuff's getting brought up in court, you betcha. It gets brought up in all kinds of cases. I don't hold the people to anything that stepped back, Smollett said of his critics. I hold the people that went out there and said some shit. I hold them to something. This guy is a lunatic. And not the people who don't know me, but the people who know me. Get the F out of here. Y'all know better than that. Y'all know better than that. That's some PR BS. And you know who you are. And I will not name names, and I love everybody, but I don't like everybody. I'm an actor, director, writer, and producer, Smollett claimed. If I were to do something, it would not to be to look like a victim. This guy can't talk, I know that. It would be to look like, if anything, someone strong. Okay, I can tell you exactly what he thought would happen here. And it did, initially. He did this, and in the climate we were in as a society, he thought the mainstream media is going to wrap their loving arms around me. They did. He thought everybody was going to automatically believe him. Well, some people did. And he thought nobody was going to question this because the narrative was around Trump and Trump supporters being a bunch of racists. Okay? And then people started actually investigating. All the while I'm sitting back going, this shit's fake. He faked this. It's pretty obvious. And what he thought he was doing was creating this elaborate hoax, and then he was going to use his acting ability. Keep in mind, he was on a Fox show called Empire as a supporting character, okay, on a television show. All right? We're not exactly talking about Al Pacino here, all right? We're not talking about Denzel here. And people started seeing through it. You know, Dave Chappelle said the entire black community thought it was shit. I'm going to tell you what my black friend said immediately. Because remember when this happened, he had the noose around his neck, and he said he walked around for like a bunch of time with that noose hanging around his neck. And my black friends said the same thing. No black man is going to keep a noose around his neck any solitary second longer than needed, or longer than he's forced to have it on him. And when we heard he walked around with it on his neck, it didn't set right. It didn't set well. Okay? Look, I've got conservative black friends that are furious at this sumbitch. A lot of people are furious with him. I mean, a lot of people are. And it's crazy. There's still members of the media, there's still members of celebrity that still defend this guy for his actions. It's unfathomable that there are people out there that are still defending this punk. But they are. I mean, that's just a thing. It shows you where we are as society. I told Melissa this morning, look, there's a lot of people on the other side of the aisle that are supporting things that when you strip back everything, shows that they've got some kind of a mental illness. There's something wrong with them, okay? When you can see something like this, and you still support the person, and you still perpetrate and fan the flames of a lie like this, when you know it's a lie, and it's been brought out that it's a lie, something's wrong there. Number one thing is you've got no integrity. Plain and simple. Tell me what you think, Black and White Network supporters. Bubba Smollett at it again. Peace. I'm out. Till next time. Black and White Network supporters, make sure you check out the Black and White Network merchandise store. Link in the description. Use promo code USA First, all one word. USA First, all one word. 25% off now.